Alright, welcome back. More of this Elysium. Been a long time since we last streamed this. It's been like 3 hours, I think. But yeah, we're back tonight to continue with the game and to try to finish it off. Should be another hour and a half left of gameplay. And yeah, kind of like the last bits and pieces here to wrap up the main story and the rest of the investigation. We have now finally found the main suspect and confirmed killer. And yeah, turns out it's a very grumpy old man who's been basically, you know, having a hard nostalgia for the past 40 years back when he was with the, you know, communist army pretty much. But yeah, now there's nothing left but resentment that he has for the world. And he's been essentially spying on Revishaw with a sniper rifle. And if he didn't like a particular person, he, you know, killed him with a sniper rifle. And that was true for, you know, the murder victim here. The Helmet War. Also, hey, Vegistek, welcome in. Good evening. I hope you're having a good one. Hello, Aura. Welcome back. And thank you for the lurk.
What is it? What do you want from me? I can't go. See.
Mr. Dras?
You didn't win the Star Wars Outlaws Xbox SX. Did Ubisoft have like a giveaway? I mean, that's pretty cool. Would have been nice to have one, you know, in that kind of like theme. Worldwide as well, I gotcha. So was it just like a regular giveaway, or did you like have to hand in something specific?
The man does not respond. He keeps staring, black eyes glazed over and bulging from their sockets, his gap-toothed mouth shaking.
Regular giveaway, I gotcha. I mean, would have been cool. I've actually won only one giveaway that Ubisoft have done. But there was actually a copy for my favorite Assassin's Creed game, Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Must have been like in 2019, I think. And yeah, I just gave it away to one of my friends. Of course, I already have that game, of course, at that point. But I was pretty lucky though, because many people had signed up for it.
With fear and longing, like an addict of some terrible substance. A light shiver passes him, followed by nothing. His hands are trembling, and he breathes slowly.
He's going into some kind of psychomotor immobility. The good news is, this solves our transportation problem, doesn't it, Mr. Dras?
Oh, very cool, Gisek. It's definitely a nice feeling when you win in the giveaway like that, you know, when your chances are kinda slim. It's like winning a dice roll of 3% in this game. Only even more difficult most of the time.
The trembling mouth appears to sigh.
Between this and the broken tire he's used for a boat, I think it's safe to leave him here, while we go and get help. It will need to be medical first, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I mean 700 people. You know, chances of winning there. You could enter like hundreds of giveaways and not win. One Xbox and 700 guys.
He stares into the reeds. Your words don't stir anything in him. Perhaps you should.
I lost.
He turns his eyes to the reeds again, as he's done so many times. Beige and white stripes.
He lost the scope. Then it somehow made its way over there, with the help of a magpie phasmid. This sight is a T9, Mr. Dross. Was it attached to the rifle when you made the shot?
Silence. Not even a sigh. You've gotten all you will out of this poor being.
You have 6 Xboxes at home. So what? You have like the first Xbox, the 360, the One, the One X, the Series S and the Series X? According to Microsoft.
Nothing. Just dull staring. Not even rage left, wherever he is. The last embers have gone out. The war is over.
A phone, a notebook, 2 PCs, a TV, and okay, fair enough, yeah. It's like anything where you can potentially like do like remote play, I guess. It's like an Xbox now. A PlayStation 5. I mean, surely that's an Xbox. According to Microsoft.
If Kuno kicked it into the sea, as he said he did, Diab would put it back here. This makes sense. Mr. Dross could have picked it up. Or the phasmid even. If it did, this is incredible.
The plastic cape flaps around his face in a gust of wind. His back is slouched and his mouth open. The blacks of his eyes are receding. His pupils are returning to normal. The strength has all gone out of him. Just frail old bones in a sack of tracksuit trousers and a windbreaker.
Old age and shock. Yes, the arrest and the appearance of the phasmid, the combined stress. But you think it's something more than that, don't you? That could be part of the shock. But you're right, something is off here. Mr. Dross.
No response.
He did seem distressed when it finally came to arresting him, like he didn't want to leave this place, and the insect maybe. I have absolutely forgotten to take notes. I hope I remember all of this. This will be one hell of a report. They'll think we're insane.
I think they already think that's Kim. Too late for that. At this point, we can just embrace it.
We should think about getting back to the mainland. To get help. He'll be safe here. If we don't take too long.
The dry grass crackles under your feet as you stop. Far away, birds' wings touch the still surface of the sea.
So, Gislik, how's actually the new DLC for Star Wars? I think you were playing that, weren't you? Like the new content update of the game? Yeah, of course I've been mentioning like the changes to the stove and like the sheeting and stuff. But yeah, I hope the story also had some nice additions.
The flock of quail departs, now more than 100 meters away, 102, 105. On the islet, there is almost no wind, just the light movement of air through the reeds. Bulrushes swaying on the waterline, long dried leaves chafing against each other.
Pretty good. I mean, that's nice. I think I should also have it actually. Because when Ubisoft gave it to me, I think I received like the Ultimate Edition. So I guess like all the major content updates should be automatically added.
The great ghost of the air is holding its breath.
Yes?
This is where a lesser man would stop to think about the pain shooting up his right leg and into his groin. Not you. You're concentrated on how.
I have. Is that why we're stopping?
The skiff is swaying on the waves by the dock.
It was sort of a sarcasm, double crossing, and an unrelated theft, which is always great. And you get a hotel suit, and it's so small. I mean, that doesn't sound too bad, you know. I don't need like super long DLCs over time. Sounds like a short and really good experience can be much, much better and more memorable. Yeah, that sounds nice. Kind of reminds me of like, you know, the older DLCs that Ubisoft released. Like Dead Kings in Unity could probably also finish in 4 hours. Or like Jack the Ripper. You know. Freedom Cry you could also probably finish in 4. But that's, I guess, more like definitely focusing on the main stories. By taking it slowly. Damn. Did you like do everything in the DLC?
Let's. We are done here.
But yeah, I mean, if it's already story focused, then that makes sense.
The skiff rocks gently under your weight as you get in. The ride back is uneventful and quiet. But for the sound of conversation on the water, there is someone inland waiting for you. 2 men and a woman stand on the concrete square of a nameless village, looking at a small yellow boat as it draws closer. The sea is calm. You reach the jetty and climb out of the skiff.
Look what the tide brought him. Harry, you're bleeding all over the place. You're half dead.
Who are you people? Hope the next one has more space, but it's considering it's about pirates double crossing pirates. I mean, it would make sense. But given it's modern day Ubisoft, you can't have like too much, you know, boarding and pirate one-on-one action.
Bothered by it? Harry, you look like you need a fucking organ transplant. Oh, fuck it. Let's not get into that. We're not forgetting about anything. Look at you.
Hello, I'm Trent Heilerstein. I believe we've met on several occasions.
I'm your goddamn partner, Jean Vicomar, and this is your special task force. Or what's left of it. Special Consultant Trent Heilerstam, Battle Officer Judith Minot.
Hi.
We've come to scrape what's left of you off the pavement.
Well, good for you, because you've been pretty damn useless for the, you know, past couple of days. But now that I solved the case, you're like interested all of a sudden.
Lieutenant Kim Kisuragi, Prison 57. We've just come from the island, where our investigation led us. We might need your help with something later.
As if he recalled that he's in fact a decorated police lieutenant and not a naughty boy.
You're not a naughty boy, Kim. Not at all.
But this is clearly a departmental matter, so I'm going to leave you to discuss it among yourselves.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's good to meet you, Lieutenant Kitsuhagi. Ari, we want to help you. Trent, I believe this is where you come in?
I don't quite know what I'm doing here. I was asked to participate as an expert. I think I need to manage your expectations a little. I'm at best an enthusiast in cognitive science.
So what, the second intervention?
My background is in something else entirely. I engage in neurology on a merely theoretical level. In fact, I should probably get going.
No, Trent, it's too late. You're part of this shit now. What have you got to say for yourself, shit kid?
What does he have to say for himself? He left you to catch the bullets.
The cafeteria manager you fucked over told us where you went.
Damn you, cafeteria manager. You've betrayed me for the last time. Yeah, no, not quite as dramatic.
And people on the street helped us too, with your whereabouts.
You're a legend among the drunks, Harry. A legendary local drunk.
Not for the past week, haven't.
God damn it, Harry. You told us to fuck off. You said we're cramping your style. Your detective god. Fuck everything. All we burn. Detect or die.
Okay, yeah, that sounds like me. I mean, it sounds like Carrie.
Yes, you're sorry. You're the sorriest cop who ever lived. Nothing has changed, Harry. I've heard this repentant shit a million times over. Guilty as charged. I heard you'd lost your mind and your memory. I wanted to see if it was true. And it was. Good work, Harry. You're insane now. There's one less person for me and everyone else to rely on. Did you? Or did you literally not recognize my face? We've been partners for how long, Harry? Don't answer that. You don't remember.
Judging by the familiarity you feel toward him, 2 years minimum? Or maybe a short but close stint on the task force? He's right. Don't start guessing. Now's not a good time.
The bells aren't ringing because you have brain damage. Trant, this is where you come in. How bad is it?
Well, he doesn't have visible tremors, he talks without slurring, he can drive a boat, he's standing, reasoning. All good signs, but complete retrograde amnesia, episodic and semantic. As displayed in the station call, our interactions with him, and I don't want to be a snitch, but also mine with him before when Harry did not seem to know who I was. It's all very interesting.
Interesting?
Yes, interesting. I have my theories, but I would like to hear Harry's thoughts first. Harry, what do you think happened to you? Neurologically, psychologically, and why not socioeconomically?
Oh yeah, socioeconomically as well. Yeah, I feel like this is kind of like the truth. I mean, a combination of something so sad happened to me, but it was like a defense mechanism. But also, I drank so much, you know. But given that this is kind of like the reason that, you know, Harry started drinking as bad as he did, I'm gonna say 6. It's Trent again. He's back. Yeah, didn't expect to see this guy again. But that explains why the kid was so awkward about the whole situation at the billboard.
Psychotraumatic amnesia, Trant? I can go for that. Shit kid is a broken man. Always has been. Who isn't? I know I am. But you know what? I keep my shit together. Also, I know a person can't wipe their own mind, however traumatic it gets. That doesn't happen. You're lying, or insane, or both.
But Detective Vigmer, he has blanked out before. Yes, a couple of times. After some of the more serious benders. One was after the 2 drunks case, the other when we looked into that mural.
Interesting. So at first he dipped his toes into it, prepared. That's where he would have gotten the idea, yes. Practice. And then he used alcohol to get there, so to speak.
So what, you think I've done this on purpose?
What do you mean?
Well, here's my theory. What if this is an absolutely normal reaction to the world we're living in? What if this is not a significant anomaly at all? Something to be explained, approached as a defect? Look at the sensory input here. Look at the ruins, the neon. Listen to the radio, the multitudes, the people. Live here for 40 years. As a police detective, he's like a magnetic reader on the world team, to borrow a known metaphor. Harry's been pushed flat against it. Total input.
This guy. Maybe this is a totally normal and regular reaction to the world we're living in. But you just want to forget all about it. As an American, you get it.
Hardwired to the free market. He just needed for its end.
Okay, Trent, thank you. That's absolutely meaningless. I'm glad we brought you. Will he or will he not be able to work in a major crimes unit? Is he a crétin now? I want to know that.
He's not a cretin, and he is able to do work. If not in his previous leadership role, then as a line detective.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we have to start small again. I don't know. I feel like we are ready to take on who we were. I feel like we have progressed to a level of our research where, you know, we also have the kind of confidence of Kim in us to do our work again. And I mean, he even addressed us as our full title, you know, Lieutenant Double Yefrata. And that's a pretty darn high rank to have. And I won't be throwing that away.
No one even mentioned that. I misphrased my question. It should have been, is he able to put his clothes on and use the body? Or do we need to get him on a disability pension?
I feel like this isn't really fair. This would make sense if I really didn't try to get my shit together. But we did. But I mean, what would they know, right? They've only seen us like shortly after we had this kind of amnesia attack. And they haven't really talked to us much since. So they weren't particularly there to witness, you know, us getting our shit together.
They can keep that pension. You're rock solid. You can put your clothes on hard.
Now nothing. Now we're just going to stand here. Yeah, just stand there. It's cool. No, now we discuss that. What the fuck did you do to a motor carriage? Why is it there, Harry?
Yeah.
Ah, so refreshing. He just admits it. Thank you for your honesty. Thank you for destroying 45,000 real of police property that's coming out of everyone's payslip. It doesn't matter. Your badge, Harry. Show me your badge.
Well, would have been a good point now to have my gun, I guess. But yeah, at least we have our badge.
In a rush to demonstrate your badge, your eager fingers can't sustain a grip on the smooth plastic, and the badge slips out of your hand. Not today, badge.
And your gun?
I upgraded my gun to a rifle.
But you haven't, because you're drunk. You lost your gun, and you're drunk. You're a drunk, gunless bum. I can't smell it.
Bullshit. I literally haven't touched a drop of alcohol since I took control of my character. Like, purposefully avoided any kind of like drugs or alcohol. But yeah, I mean, I can try to prove it, I guess. Yeah, I mean, this guy's out to get us, you know. I guess I must have done something to him when we were drunk. And there would have been plenty of opportunities. I mean, he's our former partner.
So you forgot to drink? I don't buy it. Why do you smell like a corpse then?
He's wounded. It's been a long week, and he's handled an actual corpse.
I don't believe you. You're drunk. You let a suspect escape, a certain classier, because you were too drunk to assess a flight risk.
Seriously, dude? it's like if you can't make a distinction between the smell of a corpse and the smell of alcohol, then maybe you have bigger problems. Hey Vervin 2, welcome back. Good to see you again. Yeah, dealing with our past, yeah, it's a fair questioning. Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, we don't really know so much about what we've done, but clearly, you know, we've done some stuff. Judging by their actions. Away you Vintu? Nice. Thank you for tuning in and for having a look there. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the first part of it so far.
We've read the report, Sari. Lieutenant Kitsuhagi's. We know.
Oh, well, if she was nice. I'm not even gonna get into the other suspect, the one who shot herself in the head. Or the fact that you're Everclear's little peony now, doing I don't know what for him. That's small-time stuff. That's nothing. That's a humorous anecdote. Compared to the 8 people who were gunned down, the streets are literally red with blood, Harry. It was fucking mass murder.
And what? That's our fault, is it? How small-minded can you be to like blame all of this on a single person? On one that's not even directly involved in the whole like conflict? Just the one trying to solve it. But yeah. That's of course our fault.
He did everything he could. We did everything we could. The company hired and vetted mercenaries. Lieutenant Dubois got between them and the locals.
Yeah, what Kim says.
Here comes the cavalry.
He did so at considerable risk to his own life. He was shot, not once, but twice. We stopped an execution, not a negotiation. The loss of life was minimal compared to what it could have been.
Thank you for the input, Lieutenant Kitsuragi. I didn't mean to suggest you didn't handle the situation.
Of course.
You've spent the week with him on this case. What is your take?
The case?
On Lieutenant Yefretor Dubois.
Double Yefretor. If you talk to me, then talk to me right, dude.
Well, the drinking, the gun losing, also losing the badge. That's all true. Although he has not been drinking on the job this week.
See?
1 week.
Then there's the self-flagellation issue. He likes to apologize, profusely, making it sound like he's guilty of at least first-degree murder. It's not a good communication strategy for an officer. It's just strange, especially in light of his political views. Detective Dubois is, as you may know, a true blue moralist, a man of the center, not prone to political outbursts, which is commendable, but also at odds with his behavior. And then there's the motor carriage in the sea, and the constant smoking everywhere, all the time. But despite all this, he is a great detective, one of the best I have seen, in fact.
So what? Like, we say sorry too much, we're smoking, and we're not like political extreme. Really bad qualities, isn't it? Well, that's kind of like a funny summary. But that was kind of like serves to kind of like summarize what kind of choices you made all across the playthrough. And what you ultimately decided, you know, to lean into. Hello, Viamita. Welcome back. Hello again. I hope the rest of God of War went well today. I kinda had to step away there shortly after I raided. Had to take care of some dinner because I was already running quite late. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it.
He can talk human beings into telling him everything, and he doesn't stop. In all the time I've spent with him, he has not once stopped pursuing leads, however far-fetched and tangential. He is tireless, madly driven.
That's me.
Well, except that one time when he stopped to sing karaoke, which by the way was a valiant effort. He really sang his heart out.
Thank you, Kim. Thank you.
Yeah, it was what it was.
I don't know what you mean. It was like the best performance I've ever heard. Nice, Amita. That's good to hear. I'm glad it went well. And yeah, no worries of a raid. Always good to catch some of yours. Yeah, dinner was delicious. We made some butter chicken with rice and with freshly baked naan bread. It's one of my favorites. Kim to the rescue? Indeed. Yeah, if it wasn't for Kim, then they would never believe me. I could be like entirely changed man and would still say like, yeah, like you're drunk, you can't do anything. Exactly, Aura. It's like, you really follow that lead. And I never believed that it would lead to anything. But you've proved me wrong, so props to you. Yeah, it really is. Yeah, it's one of my favorite Indian type of dishes. Just super flavorful.
Other than that one time, he has tirelessly worked on the case, and he solved it. We have a confession, a murder weapon, and the perpetrator, locked on the island right now, awaiting transportation. He apprehended a straggler who stayed hidden for 50 years, ever since the revolution, who's probably committed other murders over those years. Oh, and he also discovered the new species.
Just a bit. I've also opened up a nightclub in a church.
A new species?
A colossal stick insect, 3 meters tall. It's on the island, camouflage as the reed. It unfolded from there. I did not, unfortunately, get a photo, but I believe it may have been the Insulindian phasmid. I know this sounds fantastic, but I'm a 4 times decorated lieutenant of the RCM. I do not make up encounters with cryptids to spice up my day. I am very, very sane.
It's like press exit out. You spent a week with Harry. How sane can you be at this point? You're seeing invisible monsters. It's pseudoscience. I like how convincing Kim wants to sound. Because I guess the worst thing in his mind would be if other people actually think that he isn't as sane as he thinks he is. I am very, very sane is exactly what an insane person would say. Exactly. It's kind of like almost slightly desperate. Trying to sound convincing while you tell of the invisible monsters. Thank you for a 5-stream streak, Amita.
I don't doubt you, Lieutenant. If you say it was the Insulindian phasmid, then it was the Insulindian phasmid.
Boom shakalaka.
Lieutenant, is it somehow connected to the case?
The killer did not seem to be aware of the phasmid's presence. Exhibiting a strange, atypical dementia, he fell into a stupor after its appearance. He became near catatonic.
Boom.
So it is connected.
We could order a search. I could get people from EPIS on the island, entomologists, doctors. There must be signs of it in the reeds. If we found the Insulindian phasmid, well, that would be absolutely exceptional. The PR value alone.
Ah, yeah. That's what you're interested in. The PR value. Kim has his own Inland Empire screeching in his ear. Would be interesting hearing Kim's internal dialogue.
Lilianovich. A revolutionary matronym. The custom started in Grad, where they have patronyms. Prasovich, Lasovich, etc. The revolutionaries saw this as a chauvinist atavism, so they used matronyms, derived from the mother's name instead. This man's mother was Lilian, his Lilian's son, Lilianovich. The custom was overturned after the revolution failed, but not before it made it to Revachol.
So, it is what a soldier of the ICM would be called.
Thank you, Trant. Thank you for that piece of cultural theory. You said you have a motive?
Of course, excuse me, I just thought it was noteworthy.
Jealousy? I thought this Lilianovich was an old man. To have been hiding for 50 years, like 70-something.
A strange psychosexual fascination. The result of spending all this time in solitude on the islands of this bay. And trauma too. He himself gave a political reason. In his mind, he had killed an enemy combatant. Also, we have ballistics from the gun, matching the bullet found in the dead mercenary's head, and 2 officers on the scene that Mr. Dross confessed to.
It's a clean win.
It's way more than that.
I wouldn't have back with this. I don't think so.
I've never doubted you can pull yourself together and work. In bouts. Bouts don't last. I can still smell the booze on the wind.
Yeah, I think you can smell the booze in your mind. Maybe you should work on your memories.
God damn it. Doesn't it ever leave? It is there. Like in your bones or something. It will pass in time.
Yeah, probably aura.
Yes. Fallen through a gap in a boardwalk. Drunk.
The body was transported to Precinct 41, our morgue. I had Tilbrook and Mullins take care of funeral arrangements and family stuff.
You're not the only cop in the world, Harry. This all comes back to us.
Still, good work with the missing person, Detective.
It's still a point for you. No denying it.
I don't know what a doomed commercial area is. Why? That's not what you were supposed to do here.
There was a fridge we needed and a possible witness. He was just chasing a lead and ended up advising a local shopkeeper. It was okay.
The fridge we needed. Oh, fucking hell. Please don't let it come to us mentioning now that we put the body in the fridge. Because Kim was trying so hard for that not to get mentioned. Have you not showered in a week? Well, we certainly have shaved, I guess. So we have at least washed our face. But yeah, apart from that, there's like no shower function or something in the game. So I don't know.
Of course. Call it community outreach, right?
Okay, we don't have to mention the fridge further.
Female? What makes you think so?
You had to see it. It had the subdued colors of a female. And the nesting behavior too, I think.
Incredible. Were there eggs in the nest?
Not as far as I could see. There were other things there, though.
Actually, you know, this would indicate it was a male. This is far from anything in my field, but I think such nests are called bowers. They are for attracting mates.
I mean, I don't know.
Must be robust if it can move a helmet with its limbs.
Yes, but also reed-colored, beige and brown, a little green on the outside. After unfolding from a single stalk, it still retained parts that looked like reed tufts on its limbs.
Incredible. It's a toughie that you don't have a photo. This would look very, very flashy in the papers. None of it says vigilante murderers to me at all. Great PR.
I tried to, but I only got a blur.
Ouch.
We can still work. Cop discovers new species in there. I know a good guy in La Majeste, but only after the École Supérieure people find it. This cannot be done by French people.
It needs to be white coats and glassware for this fly. We need professionals.
You're doing good here. Perhaps only for a moment, but still. Quit while you're ahead? Or no?
I mean, the nightclub I probably won't mention. It doesn't seem like good PR for ourselves, yeah?
I don't want to, but you discovered a new species and solved the murder. So I have to. Jude,
Anything that ends the trial is okay with me.
You haven't been drinking, she thinks. So maybe this time.
Agreed. The public relations potential of this is too valuable to let go.
okay. We have vehicles in the square, and the perpetrator needs to be taken into custody. Let's go.
Now you will finally get to know who you are. The man looks westward, impatiently, jingling his car keys in his pocket.
Well, I guess who am I?
Who are you? You're a gym teacher, Harry. Well, obviously you're not a gym teacher anymore, but
Before you were a cop, you were a gym teacher in Coron. It's getting really cold outside. Should we maybe...
Harry, it explains everything. The running around, the jumping, the bicep girth, your inexplicable facial hair.
A collection of fawn spots where I've amassed?
Some of your more old-school wording choices. Your posture, even. The constant stretches.
The raw, robust stamina output.
And of course my physical instrument stats.
Also, this guy. Just everything about this guy.
It's so funny. I've literally mentioned physical instrument for a moment, that's it. But yeah, this guy. The bicep girth, I know, right? Doesn't come from nowhere.
in your 20s or late 20s, you've really let yourself go since then. Yes, you taught gym in Cool. I believe that's the term. Taught gym at a high school. You were a high school gym teacher.
The smell of sweat and glue. The worn floorboards.
High school. Harry, your goings-on with Kuno, Andre, Acel, the whole thing on the ice. That's why you are so juvie.
I like how excited Kim is about finding out stuff about our past. Kinda sweet in a way. It's like taking such an interest in, you know, us. Instead of like us being a burden to him.
His smirk suggests barely contained laughter.
The regular. You found some chick. She inspired you to fight the big fight. Be more than you are. All that.
You, every morning, walking from Voyager Road to teach gym. She, leaving for the academy with her spring coat on. the air filled with the smell of smoke and raspberries, and incredible hope. An ocean full of hope.
I knew it. I knew no normal human being can run like that. He's an honest-to-God gym teacher.
Kim is like, why is he always running around so much? It's kind of funny, you know, it's like a fourth wall break, because when you're playing a game, you know, you would usually stick to just running everywhere because it's like faster, you know. But the actual immersive way would be just like actually walking, you know, everywhere. And we never do that. It makes you wonder though, because often they make remarks about like, maybe you should walk, maybe you shouldn't run. If you would actually walk the entire playthrough, if that would be addressed in the dialogue choice here, I mean, I'm not able or willing to do that experiment myself because of how long it would take. But it would be interesting. But if you like walk more than you would run, if that would be addressed here. But it's really funny.
It's not a mystery. Some chick fucked you over. Also, you were drunk.
You really went with it too. Really maximized the damage.
Dora something. Dora Ingerlund. Yeah, you mentioned the name. Something like that. Half Vazan. No one is married anymore. This is Revachol. God, I don't know. 6 years ago, she was way before my time.
Jesus. 6 years ago and still having such an impact on Harry.
6 years and you haven't gotten over it. What the hell is wrong with you?
Yeah, or 7. You're not doing too good there. It's an old man thing. 2 old years equals 1 normal year. That and Dora Ingerlund really tore you a new one. A big one. Incredibly bangable.
Are you seriously using this moment to assert male privilege? I guess that's my inexplicable feminist agenda coming in here.
He is very passionate about this.
Okay, you're right. She was extremely fuckable, Harry. Gorgeous. A gorgeous bourgeois woman. Way fish. Like a Welkin, basically.
Heartbreak, Welkin. Pain, Welkin.
I've only seen a picture, but it's obvious you formed a real spiritual connection with how pretty she was. One you never recuperated from.
Look, the sun is about to go down. It's time to go.
I think she taught in the Académie des Arts, east of the river. Way east. Hard to say which came first, the middle-class chick or the drink. Egg and the chicken kind of thing. My point is, you need to see a psychiatrist about this shit. Not a psychologist. Several degrees harder. Is there something harder than a psychiatrist? A forensic psychiatrist? Go talk to that. Us? We're the bloody murder station, haven't you heard? We're the bad guys. No one likes us.
That's not true. Jamrock is too big for one precinct. You are just understaffed. And everyone respects the 41st. You have Captain Price.
Thank you, Lieutenant. You're being kind. It is an understaffed station and the district is too big, which is why we need to...
Get back to it. We left Torsen and McLean to run the Sea Wing. It's not good. Ptolemy Price? He's the son of the old Price, one of the founders of the RCM.
He's one of the most highly regarded men in the force. You're lucky.
Him being a bit of a fanboy there. He's like, actually I wanna join the 41st now so I can work with Price. He's brutal? Yeah. Doesn't hold back.
Somewhere under the curved roof of a former silk factory, shaped like a ladybird with 2 chimneys, Police Captain Ptolemy Price sits behind a heavy wooden desk. Resident medic Nix Gottlieb pours him coffee. It's silent in the captain's office. They speak of change, the city, the tension on the streets. They speak of the events of April, and the blood on the streets in May.
Okay, it's not the bloody murder station. It's an old converted silk mill with green desk lamps and a coffee corner. A lot of good people work there, hard, every day.
Jamrock is the largest ghetto in Rivershore. Faubourg, technically, but it's divided into 11 districts. Jamrock only has us.
The press will blow over. Jamrock is lucky to have you, and it's often considered to be the greatest of the districts. You're lucky to have it.
Thank you again, Lieutenant.
Well, first I will go back to my station and write the most detailed report anyone has ever seen. It will have to be good to cover all these. Then I will have a serious talk with my captain. Detective, we just stopped a small-scale war. Something is happening to Revachol. I don't know what yet, but it's going to be a hard spring for the RCM. We need to get ready, infiltrate, investigate.
Yeah, I mean, come on, dude. You gotta be here then.
Talk to Captain Price? I'd rather not ruffle the feathers of two captains with my doom-mongering.
Yeah, come work. Come on, dude.
Work with Price? I'm flattered, but I don't know if I...
Would fit in, and crazy enough, can take the stress. He doesn't know how to finish the sentence.
Flattered? You're Lieutenant Kitsuragi. We would be flattered if you even considered.
I would have to tie things up in GRIH first. But, I mean, whatever is coming, Jamrock will be more central to it than the harbor.
And we also have a huge caseload, Lieutenant. Piles that we need to get back to. Mountains, even.
Sounds inviting, doesn't it? It's like, here, we have hundreds of cases. Have fun.
I do like the sound of that.
Oh yeah, we got an achievement for recruiting Kim. That's awesome. It's gonna stay with us. Well, with our precinct at least. We're not gonna work with him forever, but... That's like my biggest achievement in this game, I think. Getting Kim to join our task force.
Good.
Fuck it, let's go. Tron brought his motor carriage. It's a 20-minute drive to Jamrock.
Under the afternoon sky, the great district hums. A chessboard of wooden houses, 80,000 living souls, and chimney stacks. Fire traps as far as the eye can see. From Main Street to Precinct 41, to Boogie Street, forking into the snow-swept horizon. You close your eyes and hear the dogs bark. A lone woman sits by a factory window, dreaming of meteorite strikes. On Rue de Saint-Jérôme, a square bullet slides into a square-shaped chamber. In Old South, a man without eyelids smiles. Spring has come. It's time. Dawson? Yes. McLean? Yes. Heidelstein? No. Vicmere? Yes. Dubois? Of course. Really? Nick Gottlieb looks up from the list. I hear he's unstable. You say that like it's a bad thing. Captain Potomny Price gestures with a ballpoint pen. It's dim in the office, and the curtains are drawn. Harry's our man. He'll pull through. When he does, he'll side with the RCM. Understood. Gottlieb returns to the list. Minot? Of course.
Wonderful. Then can we please just go back to Jamrock now?
there we go. It was Disco Elysium. And yeah, was the best book that I've ever played. I can say that for sure. Please Kim Harry needs you. Best friends forever ever. Absolutely. Yeah, it's really good and a good feeling to have, you know, Kim back us up so much. But not only that, like also him, you know, even considering joining our force. But yeah, he was like such a well-written character. One of the best companions I think I've had in a game yet. The other day I was like watching a German video, like gaming video about like a ranking list of, you know, their favorite like companion characters in games. I was kind of surprised that Kim was like never once mentioned, because it's like the first character that I thought of. The world's worst detective solved the case. Huzzah! We did it. We actually did something that a cop is supposed to do. And we only got shot twice. I mean, could have been worse. Thank you for GG's. Pin 2, appreciate it. Thank you as well, Aura. But there was the disco. Wow, we did open up a nightclub in the abandoned church. And we even got to name it, and we named it Disco Elysium, very fittingly. And we even danced as well. But yeah, I guess we could have revisited the church one more time. I'm not sure if I can like walk around after credits. But would be funny to actually go another time into the church. Thank you, Amita, for the GG's. Kim is ride or die. Yeah, I mean. Oh damn, look at Mike W. Goodman's voices here. So many. But yeah, Kim definitely stuck with us. No matter what we've been investigating or how stubborn we were with, like, you know, the cryptids or whatever. And you could tell several times I was kind of getting tired of certain, you know, leads. But yeah, he still backed us up. Locoman actually does his job. More breaking news at 11. I mean, yeah, in Revel Show, that's definitely newsworthy. But yeah, I have to say, even though it took me a long time to beat this game, it was 100% worth it. Like every hour of playtime. It's just such a well-constructed story, I think, you know. And I think it's good that they kept the mystery up so long, you know, because you're never really fully sure about what is like the past of Harry, you know, who actually killed the person and why. And of course it's constructed on purpose to kind of like mislead you quite often, because the characters in the world decide themselves how much they're willing to share and how much they might wanna mislead you. But yeah, breaking through and getting like new leads and, you know, discovering even like the tiniest of details becomes often more important and like satisfying as a result. I mean, at the start it's like, you know, just getting your shit together even a slightly bit feels like a huge accomplishment, you know. So it's really like baby steps you're taking here in the game. But yeah, that's why everything feels kind of like you're making progress in a way. But yeah, so now that we finished this Elysium, I guess the question is what's next? I've been, of course, usually, you know, playing 2 games at the same time. But given that I have like less stream days and also time in general, I've been thinking about maybe focusing a bit more on Valhalla now and getting to try to finish that game soon. We don't actually have too much left in Valhalla. It's gonna be another 5 story arcs or so. And I've been like running with 1 story arc per stream, like on average. So yeah, I'm thinking of maybe focusing on Valhalla, getting that finished, and then of course in the historical order run we would be getting to the kind of like Crusade era and like you know, middle of the Middle Ages pretty much. So like 11th to 14th century, you know, getting like into later stages as well. And I've already shared like a timeline order on Discord, because with the games that I'm playing there, they will like kind of overlap at times with each other. Because I'm including the Stronghold series, which is like a real-time strategy franchise from the early 2000s. So both Stronghold 1 and Crusader, I would do like the main campaign and the historical campaign of. And then in between, we will get to the third Crusade eventually. And that's of course where AC1 takes place, and then Assassin's Creed Bloodlines. So we're going to be playing that, but also we're going to be playing Ghost of Tsushima in between. Because it also takes place during that whole time period. That's going to be a good kind of like variety, I think we're going to be having. Jumping back and forth between, you know, these different games. Hey Valevi, thank you so much for the resub and for the GGs. Indeed, perfect timing. We did it. We finally finished this Elysium after, at this point, probably close to 65 to 70 hours. A short playthrough.
Yum 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 yum.
Ho 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 ho. Yum 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 yum. Oh yeah, very, very short. But yeah, it was very good getting to finish it. The ending was quite satisfying, I have to say. I really did consider all of the choices we made across the game. And kind of like the type of character we've been leaning into. Nah, I would never complain about games being too long. That ain't me. It's actually longer than I thought they would be. But even with like, you know, smaller scale productions, you'd still have, you know, like huge teams, of course, especially when it comes to like all these different, you know, versions of the different countries. Larian Studios. The guys behind Baldur's Gate. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if they had some impact here on this game. I'm not quite sure how much. But they have a whole like dice roll, you know, mechanic. Gave me quite some Baldur's Gate 3 vibes in general. I mean, not like, you know, it's exclusive to them to have like dice rolls in RPG games, but it definitely reminded me of it. But yeah, there we go. That's the credits. Now I kind of wonder if I go back into the game where we will spawn. Ah yeah. Oh, the man is still here. So I guess it kind of like gets set back to before we solve the case, isn't it? Yeah. So you can't actually continue off from like after finishing the game. That's fair. But yeah, in that case, that is the game. And this is also going to be where we'll finish the stream for today, because I just wanted to get this Elysium to the end, of course. But yeah, it was really good to bring it together today still, because we're kind of like leaving it off so close to the end earlier. And yeah, that means that tomorrow we're going to be focusing entirely on AC Valhalla. We're going to be doing a longer session of the game, and we will try to get through the entirety of the Sussex story arc, which of course is the one with Sigurd, where we have to rescue him. And yeah, after Sussex, I think we're heading to Vinland already. Could be wrong. Let me actually check. Yeah. Yeah, so after Sussex, it's Vinland and then Jorvikshire. Nice. So depending how fast I get through Sussex, we might even move to Vinland as well tomorrow. In that case, I have to think about what kind of look I want to have for the Vinland story arc. For the Sussex story arc, I've actually went with Eivor's father's outfit from the beginning of the game. It's pretty cool seeing that that's one of the options. It's also a very like historically authentic feeling outfit as well. Very like Jarl-like in a way. No worries, Aura. Thank you again for being here and for joining for the end of this Elysium. Thank you all for being here and for joining. Just having a look here who's maybe online and who we could raid. I do see Arctic online. He's playing some Resident Evil 7. I think that's a game that Schiller was also playing a lot. So yeah, let's have a look over there, see how it's going. I think he's actually doing a dual stream with Schiller. I think it might even be Schiller on the webcam or something. Oh, whoops. I saw your name, Amita, and I was like, sure, let me raid Amita, not Arctic. Classic. I'm just gonna send you another raid. I think you need 2 today. And yeah, no worries for the stream either, Amita. Thanks again for being here too. Hope you have a good rest of the evening and a good night. If you want to join us for the raid, there's some raid emotes in chat. Feel free to copy and paste them. And yeah, I'll be back tomorrow with more of AC Valhalla as part of our historical order run. Until then, I hope you have a good rest of your day, and yeah, I will catch you next time.